The Nintendo Switch 2 has been officially revealed. It only took a few millennia. Between the leaks and the rumors and the endless speculation, even a god like me was getting exhausted. I have to say I was hoping it would be called the Switch U, but of course the superstitious suits, or should I say swits, vetoed against it. I mean, what was the harm in calling it the Switch U? I mean, U is basically 2 in Nintendo's quirky vernacular. Cowardly fetchers, all of them. So the Switch 2 is basically a glorified upgrade of the now fairly ancient Nintendo Switch OG. They took out most of the color in the name of it being more edgy or mature or some swit, and threw on a 2 as clumsily as a Hammer Bro Koopa thing tries to take aim at Mario and hurl their metaphorical... I think I lost my train of thought on that one. At least I can sleep at night knowing I have to wait until fetching April to get more info. We're getting it in 2025, but who knows if it's the summer. I want to believe, but the Switch 2 has been unofficially delayed so many times, I don't know what to believe anymore. Nintendo are known trolls. They could shadow drop this thing on New Year's Eve, with only a remaster of Animal Crossing Wild World as a launch title, and maybe a long-delayed DLC for Skyward Sword, and call it a day. And yes, you heard that right. Nintendo are weird and unpredictable like that. Apparently, the Switch 2 has some kind of mouse feature. I guess it's time to bring Counter-Strike to Switch and take people down with my godly precision that can only be achieved with a keyboard and mouse. Wait, is there a keyboard too? Didn't catch that. There's also the C button. Sheogorath told me it stood for cheese and would drop a cheese wheel out of the sky as a pick-me-up, but I don't believe him. Nintendo would make us pay extra for food orders and try and put a nostalgia bait spin on it for extra measure. Remember all the cheese wheels you had when playing Skyrim on Switch? Well, pay $100 for the privilege of it. My personal theory is that it stands for copyright, so you can report a copyright claim instantly after seeing one. We're dealing with Nintendo here, remember? They would absolutely designate a button to ruining people's fun. That is the paradox of Miyamoto and friends. They are fun-loving developers, but make a fan mod, and they will hunt you until the ends of the earth, until they can throw a court summons at you. Enough about the hardware. I'm sure it'll support 4K 120 FPS native and feature more ray tracing than Crysis 5 or some S-wit. I can guarantee the Switch 2 will be a powerhouse. Anyway, Mario Kart 9 was basically revealed for Switch 2. We were shown Super Mario Bros. Circuit, which looked more like Mad Maxio Circuit. Did Mario buy a desert and realized he got a bad deal, so sold it back to Yoshi after making his circuit so Yoshi could fulfill his dream of setting up a diner or something? That's the working theory of the lore behind this track. Of course, there is a gimmick with every Mario Kart, and this new one is no exception. Double Dash had 2 racers per kart, Wii had tricking, Mario Kart 7 had the status of being the most disliked entry for some reason. You know the drill. This time around, it's double the racers. We are getting 24 kart, 24-hour and 24-carat Mario Kart. And please don't call it Mario Kart 24. I will get Vietnam flashbacks to Fallout 76. And it's strange naming convention if Nintendo dares to do that. Skipping ahead to faraway numbers is never a good thing. It's worse luck than calling the Switch successor Switch U, I tell ya. Nervous Nelly-Noise of the Nintendo naming division. I wonder what the launch year will be like. I'm guessing an Animal Crossing game will show up at launch. It's been 5 years, and Tom Nook is itching to rip off more people. It'll be called Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City Again, where you'll be living in an overpriced one-room apartment where the neighbors are angry anteaters who have parties until the early hours where they blare KK Bubblegum Death Metal Edition on loop for hours. And on Saturdays, KK himself will play in the laundromat nearby. That's the game. It will teach kids the cruel reality of life. A 3D Mario will probably arrive in time for Christmas. Following Assassin's Creed naming conventions, We will go from Mario Odyssey to Mario Valhalla, where Mario will go full Kratos and battle Giga Bowser in the halls of the Norse afterlife, with Luigi being the Atreus equivalent here. Exactly what Nintendo fans will want, Nintendo copying Sony instead of being their usual innovative selves. We'll also get a remaster of the original Smash Bros. Game called Super Smash Bros. Not So Ultimate, and that'll be about it. All in all, I am hyped for the Switch 2, and so should you. That rhymed unnecessarily, but I will say, be prepared for Joy-Con drift so bad it will literally drift you into the plains of oblivion and back. Nintendo, don't fetch up this launch. Dagoth out.